गोपी जाना वाला भाव गिरधारी सोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जाना वाला भाव गिरधारी सोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता राधा शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jai Om Mr. Mahatma Divine Krishna Bechana Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Maharaj Ki, Shri Shri Radha Madhav Ki, Shri Shri Panditattva Ki, Shri Shri Prahlada Sakadev Ki, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ravi Bhavati Ki. All glories to Some Glory. All glories to Some Glory. All glories to Some Glory. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guru. Hare Krishna. Is this loud enough? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Gyan Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshur Militariyena Tasmai Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Radhi Swam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashri Gaur Bhagavan Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. So I was told that this is a short program. There are going to be 3 speakers. Each person speaks 15 minutes. Jayavadhaga Swami said he'll come at 8:30. So today is a very auspicious day for 2 reasons. One is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's appearance day. And what's the second reason? TOVP, the TOVP, the Temple of Vedic Planetarium. The first phase is taking place today. That is, we are inaugurating the Pujari floor. We all know that Lord Nityananda had told Jiva Goswami and today is, we're going to be inaugurating the Pujari quarter. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he started the pure teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He started printing books. He wrote a book on the life of Lord Chaitanya that he sent to universities around the world. And that was in 1896, the year that Srila Prabhupada appeared. And he had predicted 3 things. Very soon, a powerful preacher will come, who will take Lord Chaitanya's teachings to every corner of the globe. They would come and the holy name would be chanted in every corner of the globe. And a day would come when devotees from different parts of the world would come to Mayapur and chant and dance along with the local devotees. So Vinod Thakur identified the real place of birth of Lord Chaitanya. And he had prayed to the Lord that he may send an empowered preacher who could continue with the program that he had started. Just like Advaita Acharya had a sacred prayed for the Lord to appear. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was praying that the Lord, a child will appear who would take these teachings to different parts of the world. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur appeared on February 6, 1874 in response to this strong desire of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He had desired that a ray of Vishnu may appear. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur was holding a very important position, that of a district magistrate. And during the British rule, this was the highest position an Indian could hold. So it was a tradition that the Rath Yatra cart would stop in front of the magistrate's house. And the cart was there for 3 days. It was being repaired. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur's wife took the opportunity to place a young child at the feet of Lord Jagannath. And when she placed the child at the feet of Jagannath, a garland from Lord Jagannath fell on the child's neck. And also when he appeared, the umbilical cord was wrapped around, like a Brahmin said. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, with these different symptoms, could see that this is the child that he was praying for. And he gave him very valuable instructions. At the age of 4, on one occasion, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati ate a mango without offering it to the Lord. And when his father told him, "You should not have done this," he took it so seriously that he never ate a mango all his life. Even when he would be offered mangoes, he would say, "No, I was offended when I was young." So he never took a mango. He was a scholar. At the age of 7, he had memorized the entire Bhagavad Gita. And at the age of 7, he was in a position to take any verse and explain it very thoroughly. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was personally trained by Thakur Bhaktivinoda. And it was time to get initiated. Bhaktivinoda Thakur had instructed him, but he didn't want to be his initiating spiritual master. Gaur Krishna Das Babaji used to associate with Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Gaur Krishna Das Babaji was maturely with almost no abilities, but spiritually he was very attached to the holy name. He would chant the holy name day and night, and in order to avoid any disturbance to the chanting of the holy name, he would even sit in a public lavatory, close the door from inside so no one could disturb him. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur approached him for initiation, and Gaur Kishore Das Babaji said, "I can't initiate you. You're so highly educated, I can't even write my name, and I can't initiate you." And I had vowed I won't initiate anyone. But he persisted. His father told him, "Don't come home till you get initiated." And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji said, "Okay, I'm going to ask Krishna if I should initiate you or not." And after a few days, when Bhaktisiddhanta ji asked him, "Have you asked? What did the Lord say?" He said, I forgot. I forgot to ask. But then Bhaktisiddhanta said, if you don't initiate me, I'll jump in the Ganga. Then finally he initiated him, and that was his only disciple. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur believed in the principle of Yukta Viragya. He was the first Acharya who even sat in a car. Imagine if he had not sat in a car and Prabhupada would not have traveled by ship or plane, where would we be? So the first Acharya who traveled by car, he wore clothes that were sewn, and he used all modern techniques to propagate Krishna consciousness. He organized dioramas, and he would hold exhibitions in different parts of the country, and huge crowds would come to these exhibits, to these exhibitions. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur established printing presses in different parts of the country, and he strongly emphasized this activity of printing of books and distribution of books. He had Brihad Mridangas in Calcutta, Krishnanagar, Madras, and in other parts of India. He translated books, wrote more than 100 essays, and in 1922, when Prabhupada met him for the first time, Prabhupada's father was regularly hosting sadhus, and Prabhupada was not so impressed by these sadhus. So when his friend told him, I want you to meet a special sadhu, the Prabhupada said, I'm not interested, I've seen so many sadhus. But in Prabhupada's birth, he eventually dragged Prabhupada to meet Bhaktisiddhantaji. And Bhaktisiddhantaji in the first meeting could see that he is the person who will fulfill Lord Chaitanya's instruction. And Prabhupada took his Guru Maharaj's instruction to heart. He said, you're an educated young man, you speak good English, take Lord Chaitanya's teachings to the Western world. And in 1935, Prabhupada met him in Radhakund, where he described this activity of printing and distributing books to be the, what is it called? Brihad Mridanga. Bhaktisiddhantaji was a great pioneer, translated books, established 64 centers. He sent his sannyasi disciples to England in an endeavor to fulfill Lord Chaitanya's prediction, but they were not so successful. Prabhupada took his spiritual master's instructions to heart and constantly meditated on these instructions. Prabhupada dedicates the first canto to his Guru Maharaj and says, he lives forever by his divine instructions, and the follower lives with him. So Bhaktisiddhantaji instructed Prabhupada to translate and distribute books. And he was also known as a lion guru. The Mayavadis especially were very scared of him. So the Mayavadis, it is said that they would never come in front of him. If he was walking on the left side of the road, they would cross over to the right. So Prabhupada established, took his spiritual master's instructions to heart, established centers in Europe and America. And after that, Prabhupada came to India. He wanted a place where his Western disciples would come and get trained in Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada had a great desire that a temple be built in Mayapur and the Adbhut temple be built in Mayapur. So it was a long struggle. First, Prabhupada got 5 acres of land, and it was Prabhupada's great desire that this astounding temple he built in Mayapur. Prabhupada gave description of how big it should be. And with the efforts of all the devotees, especially Amrish Prabhu and others, the project has come this far. And today is going to be the inauguration of the Pujari rooms. The Pujari rooms are rooms that have been made to accommodate the jewelry, the dresses, the kitchen that will eventually serve the Lord. And this is only phase 1 of the inauguration process. So we're very grateful to the devotees who worked hard to make this possible. Still there's more work to be done. For the plan is to move the deities in 2022. And we hope that all of us working together can work hard to realize this target. By 2022, we should be in a position to move the deities to their permanent residence. So, thank you very much. It's supposed to be a short program. And we hope that we can relocate the deities by 2022. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirbhishesha Shunyavadi Paschadate Shatarane Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine. Thank you, Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Today, in Sri Mayapur Dham, on the appearance day of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, we are gathered to reflect on the great importance of the Temple of Vedic Planetarium. Here in Mayapur, Navadvip, Srila Dvaitacharya Haridas Thakur prayed for Lord Chaitanya to appear, to establish this Sankirtan movement. It was here in Mayapur that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his birth. And it was here, after his initiation, that he established the Harinam Sankirtan movement. It was here that he instructed Nityananda Prabhu and Thakur Haridas to preach, to go door to door, shop to shop, street to street, bathing ghat to bathing ghat, with this message: chant the names of Krishna, worship Krishna. Remember Krishna, speak about Krishna. Krishna is your mother, your father, your true wealth, and your life and soul. In this way, Mayapur Dham was the place where the preaching of Prema Bhakti, pure love of God, was inaugurated by Lord Chaitanya. And in the great procession to the house of Chandkazi, Lord Chaitanya took this Harinam Sankirtan into the streets. In 1896, as Gopal Krishna Maharaj has explained, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, in the spirit of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to spread this Harinam Kirtan movement to every town and village throughout the world, he sent his book on the life and teachings of Lord Chaitanya to the West in the English language. And Srila Prabhupada would often tell us, on that historical year, that is when he took birth. He was born for that purpose, to fulfill the prediction of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, and Thakur Haridas. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he came to Mayapur, and I believe it was around 1905. He took a vow to chant 1 billion names of Krishna. He hardly had any place to be near the Brajapatana. For years, he chanted 3 lakhs of Krishna's names every day. And Srila Prabhupada tells why. He performed this incredible tapasya to prepare to spread Lord Chaitanya's message all over the world. And it was at Ultadanga Junction Road in Calcutta, and was given this historical instruction, which is the seed. First thing he spoke to Srila Prabhupada is take this message of Lord Chaitanya to the Western world in the English language. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada told us in 1933, he took initiation from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur at Prayag, the very place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Srila Rupa Goswami. And on December 13th, Srila Prabhupada received a letter from his Guru Maharaj. The very last instruction. Srila Prabhupada, he said he was living in Mumbai, and his Guru Maharaj was quite ill in Jagannath Puri. And he asked, how could I best serve you? You have so many disciples who are sannyasis and brahmacharis who are fully engaged in your mission. I'm a grihasta, wife, children, occupation. And Srila Prabhupada said it was just hardly 2 weeks before Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada left this world that he wrote this message. the exact same message he gave in 1922. Take this message of Lord Chaitanya to the whole world. In 1944, Srila Prabhupada established Back to Godhead magazine. And Srila Prabhupada told us he especially inaugurated the first issue on this day, the appearance of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And then Srila Prabhupada told, today is the appearance day of Back to Godhead. And that was the beginning of Srila Prabhupada personally taking the mission of his Guru Maharaj to the level of actually publishing his writings and distributing them. So today truly is, on so many levels, a historical day to meditate upon and to worship. Just as Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada prepared himself in Mayapur for this great mission of spreading Lord Chaitanya's message throughout the world, Srila Prabhupada prepared himself in Vrindavan, where for several years he performed his bhajan and prepared by writing and translating and writing purports to Srimad Bhagavatam, right beside the samadhi of Rupa Goswami. And we know in 1965 he went to the West, and after struggling in America, in 1966 he got that little tiny storefront in the East Village of New York City. And he established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Devotees, there were only a few. I was just listening to a recording of Srila Prabhupada this morning. He said at the beginning there was only 4 or 5 people coming to him when he established 26 2nd Avenue. And he told them that we are incorporating as an international society with temples and communities all over the world and book publications. And devotees could not fathom his vision, because Srila Prabhupada wrote, he spoke that at that time he gave every penny he had, $200 US. Took him a year to collect it, to pay the first month's rent at that little storefront. And he had no idea where he would come up with the money for the second month's rent. Took him a year to collect that much. And now he's incorporating as an international society. And he did it. And soon there were temples all over the world. In the early days, Srila Prabhupada wanted to establish Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message and his life for the whole world to benefit. He sent Tamal Krishna Goswami and some others to Mayapur. And this was just a little paddy field. I don't think there was anything on it except some snakes. And somehow or other he got this little paddy field, And Srila Prabhupada established this will be our international headquarters. Devotees were even more bewildered than at 22nd Avenue. It was very remote. Nobody came here. And then, soon after, he said, we're going to build the Temple of Vedic Planetarium. And it's going to be a huge, wonderful, he started giving explanations, various, directions to his most intimate followers here and the leaders of the movement in the world that we must come together to build this Temple of Vedic Planetarium where millions of people from all over the world will come to appreciate the life and teachings of Lord Chaitanya. At that time, this was a paddy field, and somehow or other, after some great struggle, we happened to make a little thatched hut in the front of it. And then Srila Prabhupada was just struggling like anything just to build the first little building here. The small little deities that we see here of Radha Madhava, the 8 metal deities that are there in that form. That's all there was during Prabhupada. And he's envisioning the fulfillment of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Thakur Bhaktivinoda, this glorious temple with people coming from every continent of the world to chant the names of Krishna and worship Lord Chaitanya in the Panchatattva. Quite inconceivable. A couple years later, in Detroit, Michigan, Srila Prabhupada was sitting in his room, and Ambarish Prabhu was there. And Srila Prabhupada spoke to him that you should help me build this Temple of Vedic Planetarium in Mayapur. Nobody in the movement had any conception of what this was going to be or how it was going to be, and Prabhupada's telling him, you must do this. Similar to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur telling Prabhupada you should spread the message of Lord Chaitanya throughout the world. He's a grihasta with a baby and a wife, and he's working. And now, today, we see the Temple of Vedic Planetarium actually manifesting. The proposed date for the grand opening and the installation of Panchatattva, Radha Madhav and Nrsimhadev in our Guru Parampara will be 2022, which is the 100th anniversary of when Srila Prabhupada got the instruction on that rooftop in Calcutta. And Srila Prabhupada, as our Acharya, he taught by his words and example. He never took credit for anything. He gave all credit to his Guru Maharaj. He would say, the only credit I have is I'm simply trying to fulfill the order of my spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. He said about his disciples that you are all the representatives of my Guru Maharaj. He has sent all of you to me. Srila Prabhupada gave all credit to his strength, his accomplishments in everything, to the mercy of his Guru Maharaj. And how Srila Prabhupada inconceivable what Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur asked him to do, and how he had total faith in those instructions. And he was willing to contradict any possibilities of what could be done or not done because of that faith in the order of his Guru Maharaj. And Srila Prabhupada, on one occasion, on the disappearance of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he said, I am very old. It is natural that at any moment I could leave. But you are young. Please, as my Guru Maharaj spoke to me this instruction, on his behalf, Prabhupada said, I am speaking to you to carry on this mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu throughout the world. And that is the very purpose of the Temple of Vedic Planetarium. What is Srila Prabhupada's incredible vision? That such a wonderful temple, with such wonderful devotees, with such wonderful philosophy, with such a wonderful culture, will be here in Mayapur, the holiest of all holy places, to attract people to come. And through architecture, through culture, music, philosophy, the grace, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our parampara will be accessible to the whole world. And how fortunate we are. In 1,000 years, when people think back, they will wish, how I would like to be there. When the Temple of Vedic Planetarium was opened. When Srila Prabhupada's dream was truly being fulfilled. So let us all together help to complete the Temple of Vedic Planetarium. Srila Prabhupada, as he would say whenever he ended his lectures, thank you very much.
Utale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Itinalene Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschatya Jasa Tarine Namo Vishnu Pradaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Naraya Nama Hari Govala Govinda Ram Sima Dusuda. Mukhakaroti Vachalam Mangalangayate Yurim Yatkivata Mahanmane Sri Gurum Ninathaninam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Harihi Om Tat Sat. So I don't know whether you can understand me now. If at some point you can't understand, then raise your hand and he'll repeat. Say it. Say it. Say it.
If at some point you cannot understand, you can raise your hand and then I'll repeat.
You don't have a mic? So, as you know, today is the appearance day of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. And I was present many times when Prabhupada observed his day. He would put Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati's picture on his Vyasasana, and he would sit by the side. You heard from His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj how Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his wife had prayed to the Jagannath deity for a ray of Vishnu, and it seemed that the Lord answered their prayer and gave them the son, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in Jagannath Puri. You see, we always glorify Bhakti Thakur. But actually, it takes two to make a meeting. Sorry. No. And what a great Vaishnavi she was. And she also prayed to Lord Jagannath for a real Vishnu. It takes two of them. So, I just wanted to mention that. Because sometimes we only glorify the one. It takes two. So, anyway, I was present at the time when Srila Prabhupada was lecturing. I forget it was the disappearance day or the appearance day of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. But at that time, he said that it's relevant to speak of all our previous acharyas. And he mentioned how Jagannath Das Babaji had located the exact birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of Bhakti Thakur. He went begging door to door. He wouldn't take more than 1 rupee from anyone. 1 rupee. People offered more money, only 1 rupee. And 30,000 rupees he collected. That means he went to 30,000 houses at least. And he begged, and he built the first building at the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur built the Jal-pit one there, and the temple there, at the Jal-pit, at the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya. And he also built his ashram. He built the Chaitanya Mat. And the Chaitanya Mat, as the 4 Sampradayas: Sri, Rudra, Brahma, and Kumar. So Lord Chaitanya came to unite all these 4 Sampradayas and to one. His Achintya Veda Tattva is that unification of all the 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas. So there was some prediction that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would somehow be responsible for that. So I was thinking that now we have temples all over the world by Prabhupada's mercy. And he said that his principle was to follow the words of his spiritual master word by word, letter by letter. He would follow it with a T. He said, distribute books. He just said, make a GBC. So, like that, how Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said a Vaishnava is already qualified as a Brahmana. So he gave Vaishnavas the second initiation. And he gave the Brahman thread, Upanayam, also to the men. So, if he hadn't done that, how would he be worshipping all the deities in the West? How would he be worshipping deity in New Vrindavan and New Dwarka and Bhaktivedanta Manor and so many other temples. So, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada, he laid the groundwork, and then he sent Prabhupada to the West. So I was present here when Prabhupada was speaking. He was noting how all the previous acharyas had done something to develop Mayapur. And he said, I want to do something also. And I'm very grateful. I want to build the temple of Vedic Planetarium. And he said, I'm very grateful for all the devotees who are helping me. And he broke down and he started crying. He couldn't speak anymore. He said he was so grateful that he would start crying. You never see Prabhupada crying. Very rare. He would control himself. But then he was crying. So how dear is his desire to serve his spiritual master and to have this temple of Vedic Planetarium built. We cannot imagine. I thank all the devotees. I thank Amrish Prabhu and also his good wife, Swahadasi, for having started this temple of Vedic Planetarium. And I thank all the devotees who have pledged to help finish the building, finish the temple of Vedic Planetarium. We need also, it's not enough to pledge, it should also pay up on your pledge. I heard that a lot of people are not yet paid up on their pledge. Don't worry, there's still time. It's very important. We heard how, from Radha Swami, how Prabhupada, he prepared himself in Vrindavan. He translated the Srimad Bhagavatam by the side of the samadhi of Rupa Goswami. And I remember I bought, in 1968, I bought a set of Bhagavatam, a full first canto, 3 volume. And that was all we had at that time. Prabhupada brought from India. And I read that, and I was convinced that this is the absolute truth. We have to follow this. So this was requested by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, that Prabhupada should preach in the Western countries. And he was traveling around the world. I read a letter last night. He said, I'm now going on my 15th round the world tour. And if you can help me, he wrote, I forget who, some government official, some professor, help me make the temple of Vedic Planetarium. We want to show how the Puranas are good science, especially the Bhagavatam, but we'll take all the Puranas. And so, my humble service, of course, I try to encourage everyone to help with the TOVP. My humble service is the West Wing, which is the exhibition wing. And we have a very qualified team like Hari Suri and Kandadi and Ramesh Prabhu and Judah Karma and others. So, a very qualified team of our Ravindra Sarup Prabhu who are helping to make this. We want to show that the Puranas, Vedas, are very good science, the descending knowledge. They have topics which the modern scientists cannot possibly attain information. Or Prabhupada said we should show the whole chandelier of the universe as described in the Puranas. And now, they're coming close to the Vedic version. Vedas have described things thousands of years before, and they're just now, science is discovering a few things, but they can never know what's going on in the distant parts of the universe, or to speak of beyond the universe. But you can wait. They have sent a Voyager rocket in outer space, and they'll reach the next galaxy in 10,000 years. And they only spent billions of dollars to send that. So you can wait and find out if there's life on the other planet. Or you can spend a few of dollars and buy a Bhagavatam set and find out that there's life on every planet in this universe. So, Srila Prabhupada gave us the map of the universe in the Srimad Bhagavatam and to the other Puranas, and the Bhakti Siddhanta gave us the Surya Siddhanta. There's ample description. So we're trying to show in the west wing of the TOVP that Vedas are good science. That the scientists will gain a lot if they refer to the Bhagavatam and the other Vedas.
Now they'll open the altar now, and we need to make announcements for the Vedas.
So I want to encourage everyone to please help Rajavilaj Prabhu collect the money needed to finish this building. And I heard the Pujari section which they're opening today is huge, huge. So I think it's the largest Pujari facility in the world. So we need a lot of people to help us. Some Pujaris and some science people that can help us with the exhibitions of the Vedic Planetarium. Haribol. I think I spoke too long.
No, that's good.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, His Holiness Raghunath Swami Maharaj, and His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj for inspiring everybody to participate in this Mahayagya which is happening right in front of our eyes, the Temple of Vedic Planetarium. Now the schedule is there will be a procession from Radha Madhava temple to Panchatattva and Panchatattva temple to the TOVP office, where there will be a flag hoisting by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj and Ambarish Prabhu. And after that, Radha Madhava would go to the stage program, followed by an yagya, and then at 12:30, everybody will climb the ramp, following Radha Madhava to open the Pujari floor. So let's follow the procession now and go to the TOVP office and with loudly chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hari Bol! Hare Krishna.
इस तरफ गया मैं थोड़ा जॉइन करता हूँ माइक माइक क्या नहीं माइक आगे दो
অনেক লোক ছিল তো
ও জলের এত তো ওটার নিচে ছিল।